World War II was the deadliest conflict in human history, reshaping nations and changing the world forever. But to understand how it all began, we must look back to the years after World War I. Germany had been blamed for the war and forced to pay overwhelming reparations. The country collapsed into economic disaster. Millions were unemployed, inflation was out of control, and people were angry and humiliated. Out of this chaos rose Adolf Hitler, a man who promised to restore Germany's pride, rebuild the economy, and return the nation to greatness. Across Europe and Asia, other authoritarian leaders were also gaining power. Italy was ruled by Benito Mussolini. Japan was led by a militaristic government seeking expansion. These leaders believed violence, conquest, and domination were the path to a stronger future. Throughout the 1930s, Hitler began secretly rebuilding Germany's military. He annexed Austria and took the Sudetenland from Czechoslovakia. Britain and France hoped to avoid another war, so they chose negotiation instead of action. But appeasement only encouraged Hitler to push further. The final spark came on September 1, 1939, when Germany invaded Poland. 2 days later, Britain and France declared war. World War II had begun. Germany unleashed a new style of warfare called blitzkrieg, lightning war, using fast tanks, powerful airstrikes, and coordinated attacks. Poland fell quickly, then Denmark, Norway, Belgium, the Netherlands, and France. France collapsed in just 6 weeks. Britain stood alone against the German war machine, enduring months of relentless bombing during the Blitz. But the British people refused to surrender. Meanwhile, the conflict was spreading across the globe. Japan expanded deep into China, Southeast Asia, and the Pacific. Italy invaded regions in Africa. By 1941, the war had become a worldwide crisis. Everything changed on December 7, 1941, when Japan launched a surprise attack on the United States at Pearl Harbor. America entered the war, joining the Allies against the Axis powers. The conflict officially became a global war. The years 1942 and 1943 saw dramatic turning points. At Midway, the U.S. Navy delivered Japan its first major defeat. In the Soviet Union, Germany suffered a catastrophic loss at Stalingrad, the deadliest battle in history. In North Africa, Allied forces pushed back German and Italian armies. For the first time, the Axis powers were losing ground. In 1944, the Allies launched the largest seaborne invasion in history, D-Day. More than 150,000 soldiers stormed the beaches of Normandy, opening the door to the liberation of France and all of Western Europe. By early 1945, Allied forces were closing in on Germany from both east and west. Realizing the war was lost, Hitler took his own life. On May 8, 1945, Germany surrendered. The war in Europe was over. But in the Pacific, Japan continued fighting fiercely. To bring the conflict to an end, the United States made a decision that would change the world. In August 1945, 2 atomic bombs were dropped on the cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The destruction was unimaginable. Soon after, Japan surrendered. World War II was finally over. More than 60 million lives were lost. Cities were reduced to rubble. Families were shattered across continents. Yet from the ruins came a global effort to rebuild. The United Nations was created to prevent future wars. New alliances and new borders reshaped the world. The war left deep scars, but it also taught humanity powerful lessons about the dangers of dictatorship, unchecked power, and global conflict. World War II changed nations, societies, and the course of human history. And even today, its impact is still felt around the world.